What is going on, guys? So, making a video about the air fryer wings that I made the other day. I asked people if they wanted me to actually post about the recipe and how I did it. A lot of people said yes, so I'm gonna do that for you guys. Know before you get going that it's gonna take so much longer than frying them in oil. Obviously, frying them in oil is delicious and probably the best way to do wings. The ones I had yesterday, though, were better wings than I've had at a lot of restaurants. So know that the time that you put in will definitely benefit at the end, and it's gonna be a much healthier option for you in terms of the fact that you're not sitting them in fried oil, you're not dredging them in flour or anything like that. So immediately calorie count gonna be so much lower. Thing that you're gonna need though, before you get going, an air fryer. So I've got, this Bella Professional Series air fryer. It's like 4.4 quarts, which is the biggest one I think that they make. I wasn't gonna go for a little one because I eat a lot of food, so I decided to get the biggest one. So having an air fryer, huge. Immediately takes away the fact that you have to put oil in it. It's gonna allow you to have something fairly crispy. I will say right away though that I did use a little bit of oil, and I'll explain it a little bit later, but in a second. But get an air fryer. Outside of that, I go to the store, buy whole chicken wings, not ones that are done up, cut up already. I like the whole wing, and I just like to cut it myself. It's actually a cheaper option as well. They charge you if you guys are gonna go and get wings that are already cut up. But again, I like whole wing. I think it just cooks a little bit better actually. But processes of what I did. When you take those wings out, you dry them out. So set them on a pan, put them on some paper towel, let them sit, get close to room temperature, as close to room temperature as you guys can really get. So let them sit out for a while. Pat them down every now and again. Make sure that they're as dry as possible. That's super important. If you put a wet wing in there, it's just not, the skin's not gonna crisp up, it's not gonna be the same. As well as if it's not at room temperature, it's not gonna cook as evenly. So to eliminate that, let it sit out for a while, get nice and, I don't wanna say warm, but room temperature, pat it down, make sure it's dry as shit. Outside of that, what I did in terms of then just coating them, I put a little paprika, a little bit of curry powder, onion powder, garlic powder, and salt and pepper. That was about it. So I dried out those wings, I threw them in a bowl, put that dry rub basically on them, and then I did go another route of spraying a little bit of avocado oil on that, because I do want a little bit of oil on that wing to make sure that that fryer gets it at least a little bit more crispy. I'm immediately, cutting calories in general because I'm gonna use an avocado oil. I'm only using a little bit, like less than a tablespoon, so it's not really gonna make a huge difference in terms of calorie count. And then I use avocado oil just because it's got a higher cooking point. It's like 500 degrees or so. So in an air fryer, which I'm putting it at like 400, is gonna be totally fine and not have to worry about burning out. But did a little bit of that, coated that, throw that in the air fryer. Air fryer is gonna tell you that the cooking temperature on chicken is 360 degrees. I said, fuck that. I want them crispy, so I know that I wanted a higher temperature. So I went a little bit higher and I went to 400 degrees. I cooked that for about 8 minutes or so, to where I know the meat is cooked through. Wings naturally coming out of there will have a little bit of crispness to it, but not the way that you want your skin to be done. So then next route that I went into, I actually cooked down a little bit of butter. You don't want to burn the butter, so literally you can just throw it in the microwave for like 15, 20 seconds and cook that, and just make sure that it's, easy to put on the wings. I put it in another bowl, threw the butter on top of it just to give it another little toss, give it a little added fat component to it, which again, a lot of people are scared of using butter, but butter is pretty solid, especially if you're using really good high quality butter, like a ghee or something. But again, a lot of people are very good with high fat diets. I personally am a high fat person, so I use a lot of butter. That's totally fine. So use about 2 tablespoons of butter, melt that down, throw that in with the wings, give it a little toss. So again, my wings are coated, and now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put them on a baking sheet and put them under a broiler. I hope this keeps going. My battery's running low. All right, got it. Anyways, put them under a broiler. I put them on low, bottom rack, so they're still gonna get some good heat. They're not gonna get immediate flame or anything to it to risk them being burnt. Put them on low, cook on one side for about 6-7 minutes, take them out, flip them on over, just so I want a nice, good, healthy crisp on both sides. Do another 6 minutes or so. Flip them back over one more time to have the heavy skin side up. I'll put the broiler on high, move it a little bit closer to it, and really get a good solid crisp out of it. Once that's out, I mean, your wings ready to go. They were solid just the way that they were. I put house-made barbecue sauce on it. Everyone can do whatever the hell they want when it comes down to that, but I did some sort of like Mandarin, soy, buffalo hybrid. I did a different, toss in there. Make sure you don't over sauce your wings. Again, put those wings back in a bowl, throw a little bit of sauce on it, wok it up a little bit, and then, they're ready to go. I do go the added process of spraying it with avocado oil, as well as another coating then of butter. You can easily just air fry them and call it a day and add some sauce to it. I like my food a little bit better, so I went the added route. It takes so much longer to throw them in a fryer for 8 to 10 minutes, but in the grand scheme of things, way healthier to do, and I don't feel as terrible eating them. I don't feel like it's a cheat. I do get that added sugar though from the sauce, but that's how I did it.